Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're taking a look at one of the only cruisers at mid-tier that does not have a heal after the latest update. Bayard did not get a heal, and I want to know why. This ship is pretty good. It's a solid cruiser, DPM farming cruiser. Reload booster is fun, it goes fast with this engine boost. But there's ships like Cleveland that have the same or better DPM and utilities like radar. What about ships like Kutuzov that have similar DPM and a smoke screen yet too to go dark to farm a lot easier? This ship is very, very powerful in the right situations. However, it's still a very squishy cruiser. If you get caught, this ship has a massive citadel that can eat a lot of damage. Having a heal would be a nice way to counteract that. But Wargaming has decided that no, Bayard is too powerful, it's too good. We cannot give a heal to this ship. Also, the Belfasts, both tier 7 and tier 8, cannot get a heal. Those make a slight bit more sense to me. HE, smoke, and radar combo is extremely powerful. Maybe that makes a little more sense to me. Bayard maybe would have been such a good kiting cruiser that you just could not deal with it perhaps at these tiers. But I would put forward that Mines and Kutuzov and Cleveland are some of the obvious examples of some very, very, very good cruisers that maybe also did not need to get a heal. Now, as far as the DPM characteristics go, this ship has 211,000 HE DPM base, which is quite good. That puts it 4th best at tier 8. But notably, you do get a reload booster. So you're doubling that basically for a little bit of time. And that is extremely good. The ship also has a little more range than Cleveland. It has slightly better shell velocity than Cleveland as well. And of course, this amazing engine boost, 20%. That is amazing maneuverability bonus for 180 seconds. Perhaps that's why this ship already has some tools to deal with incoming damage to avoid it, that maybe it doesn't need a heal. I'm searching here, guys. I'm searching here. What if we take a look at some of the server statistics? What's the win rate on Bayard like? Wargaming notoriously buffs or nerfs things based on play rate, not so much win rate, but a little bit win rate. Bayard is a 53% win rate all time on EU. Mines is only 51, Kutuzov 52%. Cleveland is actually sub 50% win rate all time. Maybe that's why, perhaps? If we look at the last 3 updates, Bayard and Kutuzov are basically tied at 53.7% win rate. The play rate also is a little bit higher than Kutuzov, at least on EU, which is by far the most played server, which is why I'm going with that one. A little bit larger sample size, 13,000 battles in the last 3 updates on Bayard, where Kutuzov is only at 9,000 battles on the last 3 updates. So maybe that makes sense. Similar win rates, but just play rate is higher on Bayard, so maybe not needing a buff, perhaps. Though, what if we look at Mines? That one has an even lower win rate, 50%, but an even higher play rate, 29,000 battles in the last 3 updates there. Perhaps the win rate is the reason on that one. Cleveland has 45,000 battles in the last 3 updates. So that's a tech tree. These are premiums. It is a little different, of course, but the power level is very high on all of these light cruisers. I don't think Bayard is that much different than like a Mines, for example, as far as the damage output goes, that Mines could get a heal and this one couldn't. So I'm very curious, why do you think that Bayard did not get a heal? After playing it for a little bit, I can kind of see why at maybe a higher skill level that this ship didn't need a heal. This engine boost legitimately is a great tool to mitigate a lot of the damage. It's a great survivability tool. But let's be honest, it's very hard to actually speed juke and open water, play good positions in a cruiser without just happening to get overmatch smashed just across the map, or you make one wrong move by accelerating when you should have slowed down, that kind of thing, and you lose half your HP to that overmatch from a battleship. That sort of thing is not easy, and so for an average player, having a heal would make a much bigger impact than, say, this engine boost would. For a lot of people, I think that makes Mines just a way, way better ship to play, even though Bayard with this reload booster is absolutely hilarious. It's not quite the same. They are different ships still, but it feels a little bit like I'm playing a Colbert at tier 8. Now, the gun caliber is different. These are 150, 152, whatever millimeter main guns. The point being, you have 30 millimeters of pen. You get through the battleships at tier 6 and tier 7 because they don't have that 32 mil plating yet. And of course, against the higher tier battleships, you can just farm their superstructures very easily. This allows us to also get through cruiser armor at these tiers too, so the HE damage is actually very, very, very strong. We are able to get around the map very quickly, much like we can in a Colbert. The concealment's not too bad either. The shell velocity is actually quite nice on this ship. After playing some Cleveland for these recent videos, I really enjoyed having a little bit better shell velocity, meaning the ship can play a little further back and take maybe a little bit less damage that way. I'm reaching here a little bit. I would have probably seen Bayard if we're giving the heals to a Mines. If we're seeing the heals come to Kutuzovs, Clevelands, I think Bayard probably could have got one as well and not looked too much of an outlier. Perhaps it would have been the best tier 8 cruiser then at that point, but it's already in that tier, or at least it was before. It was in that conversation with things like Mines for like just pure damage output. I think it could have got a heal. I would love to see the heal on this ship because it's really fun to play. And now it feels a little bit lacking as far as tier 8 cruisers go. You really feel bad missing out on that healing. So maybe Wargaming could take a look at that. Perhaps, though, they are already taking a look at the power level of these mid-tier cruisers, because to be honest with you, 2 heals base up to 3 heals on ships with Superintendent now. That is a massive, massive buff. And maybe they have realized they went a little too far with that, perhaps. They don't want to further buff a cruiser. Maybe we'll see some nerfs at this tier. I don't know. But perhaps while we're looking at it, we could give Bayard maybe 1 heal. Just 1. I don't know. I would love that. This ship is really fun for plays like this one at the end game here, where we are losing this one, trying to cap things out. I'm worried about where the Los Andes is, right? Trying to deal with battleships at these tiers, especially at potentially close range. Very, very, very challenging. So we're going to have to time this up correctly. Los Andes was in the north. That's what I was worried about because my teammates were spotting the south, probably. You know, battleship in the south would have been spotted already. So kind of had to be in the north. Destroyers in the cap, of course, as that is being contested. And here, Los Andes is going to, I think, angle to the Iowa. So that's why I go with the AP, trying to get some of that into his upper belt. But he's actually going to turn more towards us and give broadside on to the Iowa. So we swap over the HE, that's fine. Take a little bit of chip damage from his secondaries, that's okay. The last burst of our engine boost gets us behind this island, okay. And by the way, Bayard does have 9-kilometer torpedoes, so we'll try and make use of that. Unfortunately, the Iowa is going to go down. The Los Andes wasn't quite broadside enough, I suppose, for a big salvo to finish him off. And our Ashitaka is keeping these guys lit for the last little bit here. The extra shell velocity is going to come in handy right here, as hitting an Udaloy, very fast, maneuverable DD with his engine boost up, it's not easy for a cruiser at these ranges. And considering our Ashitaka is about to go down, the Udaloy can just run off the screen and win this game. But we catch him, and the torpedoes collect the Los Andes. That feels pretty good, man. Bayard is an excellent cruiser. It really is so much fun to play at tier 8. But it doesn't have a heal. I wonder why Wargaming decided this one. And for that matter, honestly, the other Belfasts as well. It feels like we could have just given all these cruisers heals. It's so strange that they singled out these 3 in particular. And I usually find I can make some sense of these balanced decisions Wargaming make. I may not agree with them, certainly. Columbo, looking at you. But usually I can figure it out. That maybe they just don't understand how strong a ship is, like Columbo, for example. Maybe they are using different data. But here, looking at the data, looking at the strikes of ships, seeing Bayard next to Mines, next to Kutuzov, next to things like Cleveland, it's a surprise. It is a surprise. Welcome to the live games, by the way. Here's our matchmakers from tier 9. We're going to play this island, maybe this island. We could play in here as well. Open water, quite challenging, of course, for a ship like this one, because we don't have a heal, so we got to play a little bit more carefully. Let's see if we get spotted here when shooting. We're open to this, by the way. We do not, so we're good to chill here for a little bit. Got to be careful still. This is a conceal focused build, trying to get a little closer to do some good damage into, say, submarines. Okay, submarine is gone, that's fine. I cannot get over to hit Azashio. But this is really what it comes down to. It's so similar in performance, power level, feeling to something like a Mines that, oh no, hello Izumo, this is not good. Oh, that was the wrong button. I'm performing terribly. Honestly, this is the first game back in the afternoon. I spent a bit of time here trying to think about the reason this ship is so different. And I couldn't really come up with anything, honestly. I really couldn't. So we're going to play some and probably have some very good games, to be honest with you, because this ship is very, very good. This is not a situation where I think this ship necessarily needed or needs that sort of power level buff. It's similar to how I feel about Cleveland to some extent, but certainly like a Mines, for example. Heals being added to some of these cruisers, especially 2 heals going up to 3, feels like a massive, massive, massive jump in power that I'm not sure the game necessarily needs that sort of power level jump. I'm very happy for the cruisers that get these buffs because it's so much more fun to play them. But I don't know if the power creep was necessary in that regard. Engine boost, allowing us to avoid that incoming salvo. Very nice. We love to see that. That salmon is the reason we're spotted here. It's a good position otherwise. Very fortunate, by the way, that we're not getting lit from here. Wow, he actually didn't go fully underwater. Okay, cool. Can I poke my nose here? Probably not. This is why concealment is nice. Gives us a chance to reverse after accidentally going too far forward. Nice, we get the fire. That's really, really good. Maybe I should have taken that chance to move out, actually. They have a lot here. So we're trying to play around islands, right? That's the main thing here. Of course, we're trying to play around islands, but when they have so much so close here, I do think we're going to get overrun here very, very soon. So we are going to try and get out of here. And we're going to use our boosters because we played Charles Martel, and we know PQ likes to hold these boosters when he should not. We need the damage right now. We need the damage. Taking out this Gustav would be excellent. I like that. We're already up to like 60. That's the interesting part, is this ship is going to perform very, very nicely, but it's so hard to play. And maybe I'm more interested in Bayard now, actually, because it's so challenging. It's so strong. The upside is so high on a ship like this one, damage output wise. And there's a lot of risk involved in actually getting that upside, which I like. Okay, I enjoy ships like that. Not all the time, right? We don't want to go hard mode all the time, but I can enjoy a good challenge. All right, I've played Elden Ring. We've done challenges before, and that can be fun. But it also means the ship is something that I don't think the vast majority of players are going to have as much fun with, especially as we all collectively get used to having heals on all of these cruisers. This one's gonna feel like a very odd man out situation. Ooh, I should not have shot there. I wish I had my salvo ready for the Azashio. Oh, he's turning in. I did not expect that. I saw him start turning and did not expect that. Okay, it's fine. Eden shoots us. Make sure you're using your ASWs. This ship getting actual air-based ASWs is so nice. Our reload booster, notably, is coming up off cooldown. So if this Eden goes broadside, I will be very, very interested in AP boosting this. No engine boost. I don't think that's broadside enough. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's going to be bounces. That's okay. So, you see how safe I'm playing? I think this is something that's really fun about having heals, is that you don't have to be quite as safe with it, and as a result, the gameplay gets more fun. Like, look at that last push in the first game I showed you guys there. Pushing out from the island, taking that risk, Really, really, really enjoyable to have those opportunities and try and make that sort of stuff work. And it's not exactly as possible when we only have 40k HP, no heals, you know? I'm conflicted. As you guys can tell, I'm conflicted. I'm just kind of farming here for a bit and feeling rather conflicted on how much we want to power creep the game. No engine boost up, and that is very accurate for our bow. Yeah, see? Open water. As soon as we try to play open water, it's very, very tricky. I should have just stayed at full speed. That sort of thing is something that we would be able to heal through. Now, we've done a slow down turn in. The ship is also very, very fast with its engine boost, so yeah, there's pretty much no way he's leading us properly this time. We're going 40 knots in a cruiser. It's absolutely crazy. So if we are good at our dodging, not saying I am all the time, but I can dodge pretty well, then this ship is actually quite survivable. And we get a 90k game on this flank. Good battle impact, helps our team out. We still got half our HP for the late game. Looks good, right? Doesn't need a heal, right? I'm curious what you guys think. Again, I usually have a pretty solid opinion after playing a ship for a bit, after a buff or after a nerf, of whether or not I think it was a good or bad idea, whether or not I like it. And this one, I get it. I get why you don't buff this ship, because it feels fine as a tier 8 cruiser. It does a ton of damage, and it's got okay survivability if we play around islands properly. As we should be doing anyway, even if we had heals. But everything else in this power level at this tier got the heal. It's weird, man. Just the DD left. There he is. Didn't quite use all my reload boosters again. Hey, we'll take it. Undeserved third kill, but we will gladly take it. This will be one of the more challenging cruisers to play at tier 8. For sure. A 1 to start with. Ayo, that's pretty good. Not a huge damage game, but we played the cap properly, I think. Speaking of difficult, welcome to tier 10. This is the matchmaker we want the heal for desperately. This is going to be very, very challenging. Carrier spotting also is going to make it hard to use islands. This is a very risky island for us to use, so I'm not going to go there. I am going to play this a little more passive open water. We'll see if I can make that work without a heal. The speed boost is going to be our lifeline in this one. At the start of the battle, you should also be taking a look at who is on your flank and who isn't. Notice the Havre leaving. They spawned Vermont Yamato opposite Hawk, Iowa. Wow. Okay, Wargaming. We're going to play more passive, guys. Basically, we're just hoping they push in a little more. Hey, here's Gearing again. This time he's out of his smoke. So we'll do our best to help out. Better shell velocity than Cleveland. Helps a lot against these DDs. Get a little hit in there already. Oh, he's turning that way. I'm hoping Yamato pushes in, by the way. That's the hope here that allows us to maybe get a little more damage in. Get some farming going. Notably, the carrier is here as well. Iowa can arc this as... Oof. This is difficult. Oh, boy, this is very hard. Oh, and we're about to get lit here, too. That's quite bad. Yikes. Okay, he's not going after us. That's good. Take the fire right away. Gotta have some good awareness. Balti could get shots on us. In fact, maybe I should go after Balti, especially now we got the double fire on Iowa. I see the carrier coming for us, potentially. Very, very tricky game. The little HP we have right now, we gotta protect it, guys. We gotta protect it. Perhaps too greedily. I'm kind of waiting for Iowa to damage control. Too greedy. Let's just go. Great fire chance. Might look for Balti Hindenburg in the middle. They have dealt with the battleship. Looks like that was the DCP. Pretty good range. Pretty good range on this ship. For a tier 8, that helps a lot. Not sure I'll get the follow-up fires here. 58 seconds left on this engine boost, which is indeed the lifeline. Really nice that we're not just randomly getting targeted by like Vermont or Iowa or stuff like that. Might be a situation where I should just wait and get to an island, because again, that engine boost is about to run out. So let's play patient. With a heal, I would open up here. Oh my. Our team is melted too. So tier 8 into tier 10 and a blowout, you're not expected to do a whole lot, right? Perhaps we can help here. Nice. This island allows us to farm. Cool. Excellent damage. Our reload booster coming soon. That's the DCP from Hindenburg. 30 mil pen. Very good. Iowa's not on us. See, we can get island cover to help us out. Risky, but I think worth. Good, we get one fire. Double fire. Oh, check the damage, guys. The reload booster is crazy. So it's a tier 8 that can pump out tier 9 level damage. Maybe higher. And this Hindenburg is just done. Look at that. Pretty cool. Ooh, La Pampa probably spotting us. We'll want to take a fight with the Balti. Well, ideally, not giving the Vermont an angle. That'll be tricky. But maybe possible. There he is, in fact. He'll reverse. Good hit, but now we're spotted. All right, gotta go. I knew Vermont shot a little while ago, so we're okay for now. Can we get behind the island? I think so. Who shot us? Yamato, right there. Iowa on us now. Sure.
Torpedoes to port. The enemy is about to win.
Can I get through here? I think I can.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh my. Team has decided we're definitely losing this one instantly. All right, well, 100,000 damage into this match. I am relatively satisfied with. Hey. Nice that we didn't get shot at too much, but I think that's because I played passive enough, is what it comes down to. Man, this fire chance is kind of wild. We're getting unfortunate. Vermont is not shooting at us as well, because he would just one-shot us probably from this range. Be very challenging to dodge that. Iowa shot us. Looks like he didn't quite lead enough. How's my torps? Looking online. Do they have the range? Okay, cool. Barely. Oh, yep. Okay, they caught up to me. That's okay. Nice. We outrun those at least. This Vermont is just letting me farm a bunch of damage on them. I appreciate it, brother. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be over now, though, for sure, right? Can't get to another booster, right? La Pampa, sure. Pretty close to another booster. Ah, defeat. Anyway. And then Yamato one-shots us? Yep. Okay. So, 180 looks pretty good, but it was just, I mean, a blowout, right? So, we did our best to use the guns, but we were in spawn basically the whole time, you know? Tough. Tough game. Tough match, but possible? Does that mean this ship didn't need a heal because I managed to, with great effort, pull out okay damage in a blowout? I don't think so. I think this ship could definitely use a heal still. Don't really know what this is, but if this is Wargaming apologizing for that last game, I'll take it. I don't really want either extreme, to be honest with you, where we're punching down on the poor tier 6s. But I don't also want to be in those tier 10 blowout games, unfortunately. However, this is a great opportunity to just play very aggressive with our engine boost. I would still go here anyway on this flank. We do love this island from either side, honestly. Allows us to push up very close to caps, help our DDs in that. So if our DDs are going to push out this flank, then I want to be there for the booster. As always, when we don't have radar, it's very, very important that we're here to support our destroyers on those fights, because that's the battle impact. We can't get those fights on our own. I think I get spotted here if I shoot, by the way. Okay, we're spotted anyway, so it's fine. Not a big deal. Try to just get to the island and then farm over it, while watching out that we could be showing broadside on to someone over here. However, that kid is very aggressive. I might... Oh no, my turning circle radius. I haven't played the ship enough. Are we gonna ground? Pretty close. See how Mines is getting his damage in on Benson while I'm not getting damage in on Kid? This is exactly what I need to be not doing, basically. So, let's go. Great.
Off to a great start. Enemy destroyer sunk.
Oh, wait, I can Citadel a Mines? I had no idea. Oh, that's sick. Oh, never mind. Pretty wild start to this battle, I gotta say. This is what happens when there's not many battleships that you have to worry about. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Torpedoes astern.
Now we can go after this Dallas, who's going to turn away along the border like so. Okay, good start. Unfortunately, we did lose our destroyer friend because I was just too tucked into the island. Should have known that I didn't need to do that with no battleship. I'm just so used to needing that sort of thing when there's battleships, right? Like, you just have to get to the cover right away, especially without a heal. That's really, really important. But in this case, turns out we didn't need it. Now, Dallas is going to run away. Much better to head back. Much, much better to head back. Or the destroyer if Osborne is gonna fight the DD, which he might actually up here. So why don't we go this side? Don't usually do this, but they don't have anything here. There come the torpedoes, as expected. Dallas on us. That's fine. We'll turn back. Wow, excellent aim. Wow, really well done.
Engine boost
Good hit.
activated.
But yeah, we want to help over here. And by heading back, also, maybe the DD gets caught by the Osborne here. That would be really cool. And that's kind of what I'm holding my reload booster for as well, if you're wondering. Perhaps I shouldn't, but that is what I'm holding it for. If we get a DCP out of the Cherbourg, then I will use it. Yeah, like that. Oh, he's full turning. Bad aim. All right. The Zed I saw went into a smoke, so we're okay behind this island for now. We're in a good spot. But we have lost some HP. We've taken some risks. We've lost some HP. That's okay. Game is close still, though. Love to see that. Oh, he's going to angle in time. I don't have the gun feeder, unfortunately. Still have engine boost, so I'm okay with kind of just chilling this broadside on. Even though Cherbourg's got some good guns if they hit. My aim is atrocious, though. My goodness. Yeah, there's the spot. It's from Dallas. We'll go there. Good damage in onto Cherbourg for a second. Looks like Eugen is kiting out. 40 seconds and we'll get our reload booster, which we would like to use again. I should have used it sooner. As always, I'm kind of greeting these. Overly greeting these. Nice, we get the insta-fire. That's really hype. Looks like he is going to go down. Oh, insta-double, look at that. Crazy. 80k. Still a pretty close game. I mean, a lot of cruisers in this one, so just huge DPM fights. Pretty hilarious, actually. We're broadside onto Eugen right now. Nice, got a little hit. Had to lead a little more, though. We use it. Just want the damage. Oh, I missed. That's bad. Oh, leg. No.
Ship is on fire.
Yeah, the damage. The damage. Okay, he's got the AP. Let's angle it. We get a fire. Is that enough to take him out? I think with that salvo, it should be. Great. Now we go on the destroyer.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Fortunately, Takachi is using his armor piercing, which doesn't really do much damage to us. Hey, you can fed buff. No buff, actually. We're not at Halsey. Oh, we don't have Halsey. It's French. Right. We need a dev strike for the reload boost. Not gonna happen here. So we can play aggressive. We can make plays. But my goodness, do you need to be very careful about which ones you are making. Do I get him? Oh, I don't get him there. Wow. Thought I would have for sure. That's okay. No hydro or anything, so we're chilling. Go behind the island for a sec, get our reload booster back, and then send it around the corner, I think is a good plan. But we're rationing our HP, as we would have in the past as well. We're rationing our HP is really what it comes down to. More fire chance, cool.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes to start.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Oh, he does have AP. Careful. Spooky. Gotta angle in. There's our Kraken. Pretty good. I mean, this is no battleships, right? But
Foundered.
Problem solved.
it's pretty good ship, guys. Just because I can have games like this with, again, weird matchmaker. But we had weird matchmaker last game, and we still pulled out some okay damage, thanks to the Vermont basically not shooting at us.
Boost activated.
You know, it's a good ship still. And I like that it's a challenge. But is it worth getting, like, if you can even get... Is this a rotation ship? Maybe? I'm actually not aware of how you get this one right now. But if it's available, do you get this or mines? I mean, I think you just get mines, right? You play Tech Tree Cleveland, right? That sort of thing. I like it, though. I really do. I'll be very curious to see how Wargaming adjusts to these mid-tier cruisers, getting all this power level out of healing. And I'll keep an eye out for Bayard and for the 2 Belfasts. Those 2, I think, make a little bit more sense. Although, look at this fire chance, man. Wow. Got 2 assist caps, so that is helping. Engine boost is up. So we are pretty fast. Hard for a Fuso to aim for that. Funny how many shatters we're getting on this Fuso, though, eh? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to low-tier battleships. Sometimes just have way better armor than even the high-tier ones do. It's quite funny. No boosters left. I am very proud of that. I think that might be the most proud thing in this video. I managed to finally use all my boosters in one of these French ships, bro. I never can. I get way too greedy to save them. Always out of fires, alright. And we instantly get another double. Crazy stuff. Arsonist there, another 160. No battleship, well, 1 battleship, 164 is solid. Have to play very careful though. But this is how every cruiser used to have to play, and this ship was very good back then. Relative to the other cruisers now, yeah, it's not as powerful. But it's still a good ship. Still a very good ship. Wow, look at that base XP. That was crazy. But it's hard to play. But it is hard to play. The build I was running looked a little something like this. In the last one, I went full lighthouse. Okay, not full, actually. I was not dropping conceal for outnumbered. But I still wanted the HP out of survivability expert, since no healing. If there were heals and I had to choose between these 2, then probably superintendent, because we're getting bonuses elsewhere. Maybe that's why I used all my boosters, is I didn't have superintendent. Here is the modules I was using. I really like this steering gear swap, personally. And then I would probably, if I were you, I would go a little something like this with the build. Something like that, I think, makes a lot more sense. You still get better conceal. 10.7 is fine to use, in my opinion. This also gives you the extra booster, the extra engine boost, which is your lifeline on a ship like this one. And then you can still keep the really nice rudder shift that is 5.6. This is what I was using most of the time. I did play 1 with full conceal, though, where we swapped like this, and then it's 9.6. That can be a very good build, too. 25 everywhere tends to get overmatched, and we also do have that large exposed citadel. Yeah, it's is it Colbert Hull? Looks similar-ish, yeah? I think it's different. It's probably different, but it's fast, especially with that engine boost up, but no heals. No heals! 1 of 3 cruisers without heals now at mid-tier. Very strange, but Bayard still can be quite good, although I do wish it had a heal. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.